Zooey Deschanel's dating history was once divided into two distinct camps: musicians and Hollywood personalities. She once told Cosmopolitan that she first ventured into the dating world with fellow actor and musician Jason Schwartzman when she was just 19, but they eventually broke up. However, they later found their way back to each other. Unfortunately, Deschanel and Schwartzman's rekindled flame burned a little too bright, and they split up after 2 years of dating. Then, in 2008, the 500 Days of Summer star's manager introduced her to one of their other clients, Ben Gibbard, the frontman of Death Cab for Cutie. The couple tied the knot in 2009 and remained together until 2011. Deschanel found love once again with producer Jacob Pekinick. They went on to marry in 2015 and welcomed 2 children together before divorcing in 2020. In fact, the new girl star's first beau from the industry was actually Legally Blonde actor Matthew Davis, with whom she had a super private relationship in 2000. But despite all the signs pointing towards Deschanel being more attracted to fellow celebs, she didn't list profession as a criterion in her ideal man in an interview with Cosmopolitan UK. Instead, she opined, "I think intelligence and humor are probably the most attractive traits in a guy," via the Irish Examiner. And it didn't seem like she was kidding, because the actor later found her perfect match in a man who had both of those qualities, but was also a complete departure from all the singers and movie folks thus far. HGTV's Jonathan Scott. In addition to not sharing any of Zooey Deschanel's former partners' professions, Jonathan Scott also doesn't bear much physical resemblance to them either. Most of Deschanel's exes had more of a cool hipster look that matched her manic pixie dream girl vibe perfectly. In comparison, Jonathan has a rugged charm that somehow both complements and contrasts the actor's unique appeal in the best way possible. When it comes to physical appearance, the only thing that the HGTV star has in common with the majority of his partner's former lovers is his dark hair. Still, Jonathan has one major similarity with him that also brings him closer to Deschanel: his creative spark. In 2015, Jonathan joined forces with his twin brother, Drew Scott, to create the musical duo, the Scott Brothers. They went on to release a handful of singles in the following years, including Let the Night Shine and Hold On, which they also lent their writing talents to. Although they're not immediately thought of as singers nowadays, the Property Brothers felt right at home with the craft, explaining in a joint email to The Hollywood Reporter, "Music has just always been part of our lives, something we're passionate about. We grew up on a ranch where most weekend nights ended in us all around the campfire, with our dad playing guitar." Additionally, in a 2017 chat with Us Weekly, Jonathan confirmed that he was trying his hand at the piano and had already mastered the bagpipes. Speaking to People in 2023, Jonathan Scott thought back to the time he went Instagram official with Zooey Deschanel. The Property Brothers star admitted that most commentators were confused about their unlikely union. However, Deschanel clearly disagreed with the general sentiment, as she asserted, "Why wouldn't I be with Jonathan?" The actor continued, "Our personalities are so compatible. It's just that we're from different worlds." The Trolls star further explained that they were both deeply nerdy at their core, so they found it easy to bond. The couple had their first date at an escape room and confessed their love for each other at an exclusive club for magicians of which Jonathan was a member. Likewise, in a 2020 People interview, Jonathan acknowledged that their match didn't make much sense on paper, but their lives had actually followed eerily similar trajectories. "It's uncanny how many things we have in common, from both having an equestrian background to our education to everything," he argued. Even after they first started dating, a source informed People that they had a similar sense of humor, and their deeply rooted love for music had only brought the unlikely duo closer. Given all this, it's unsurprising that Jonathan was instantly obsessed with Deschanel. And while the internet may still have doubts about the match, the couple's loved ones seem to understand it just fine. In fact, Drew Scott knows exactly what makes Jonathan and Deschanel's relationship so special. Zooey Deschanel celebrates 5 years with Dreamboat Jonathan Scott in adorable photos. Hello lovely viewers, welcome to my channel. Hope your day is so well. If you liked the video, don't forget to subscribe the channel. Zooey Deschanel and her fiance, Jonathan Scott, graced our Instagram feeds with an adorable carousel of photos celebrating their 5 years together. The actress and singer and her HGTV beau decided to share a romantic post on the anniversary of their first date. Many who watched HGTV fell in love with the Property Brothers star, and it appears that Zooey Deschanel shared the same sentiments. 5 years ago today, I was lucky enough to go on a first date with this total dreamboat person, she captioned. Here we are, and he's still making me smile every day. According to People, the couple met back in 2019. They met while filming an episode of Carpool Karaoke. Carpool Karaoke Facebook shared this adorable video that shows snippets of that first meeting. In the video, Zooey Deschanel and Jonathan Scott also reminisced over their flirty first encounter and their official first date. Zooey recalled, "Our first real date, Drew and his wife Linda came with us. We had chaperones." To which Jonathan added, "We double dated. We did the escape room, we did the karaoke, we did dinner." Zooey then teased Jonathan by adding, "And not even one kiss." Regardless of the lack of smooching, it is clear to see that the first date worked wonderfully, since they're now celebrating 5 years together. The pair got engaged in August of 2023. Scott surprised Zooey by popping the question on a family trip to Scotland. Jonathan made sure to include Zooey's 2 children in the special moment. Elsie, 9, and Charlie, 7, are shared with her ex-husband, Jacob Pekenik. While the two are making leaps and bounds in their relationship, the Property Brothers star shared it wasn't always that way. He told People, "One thing that was a struggle early on was that the kids didn't necessarily run up and jump in my arms and give me a big hug. However, it is nice to see that as they move forward, everyone is becoming one big happy family." Zooey Deschanel and Jonathan Scott still don't have a wedding date. The couple got engaged in August 2023, but a year later, they still have no concrete plans to tie the knot. Jonathan, 46, told Entertainment Tonight, "I have no updates. I wish I had more exciting news. We just got back from Europe. We just had our daughter's birthday party, and then we had another event and a charity thing. We don't even feel settled in yet, but we have determined that we are gonna figure it out soon." Zooey was previously married to Jacob Pekenik, and the pair share kids Elsie, 9, and Charlie, 7, together. Meanwhile, Jonathan previously revealed that the loved-up couple are planning an intimate wedding. Jonathan, who started dating Zooey in 2019, told Us Weekly, "The ceremony and the pomp and circumstance, we'll get that out of the way, and then it's the reception. It's going to be a blast." Jonathan and Zooey, 44, were very different people during their younger years, but he suggested that their interests and ambitions have become more closely aligned over recent times. He said, "I mean, we've both been married before, but even when we were younger, you're looking for different things, and who knows what we were looking for at that time."